Hello again, and welcome back to the Mindful Mirror. Let's be real, dating can be a mess. Ever found yourself thinking, why do I always end up with this type of person? Or maybe you're scrolling through Instagram, seemingly perfect couples, and wondering, what's their secret sauce? Today, we're cracking the code on love and relationships. We're diving deep into the fascinating and sometimes frustrating world of attachment styles. Get ready for some serious aha moments because we are about to uncover why you date who you date. So, what are these mysterious attachment styles everyone's talking about? Simply put, they are patterns of how we connect with others in relationships, especially romantic ones. Now, these patterns are largely shaped by our early childhood experiences, specifically our interactions with our primary caregivers. Think of it as the blueprint of how we expect love to work. Now, there are four main styles we'll be exploring today: secure, anxious preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant. Now, these names sound a bit complicated. But don't let these names intimidate you. We'll break it all down, promise. It's important to remember that our attachment style isn't random. It's largely formed in our early years. If our caregivers were consistently responsive, loving, and emotionally available, we're more likely to develop a secure attachment. We learn that we can trust others and that we're worthy of love and attention. However, if our caregivers were inconsistent, overly protective, emotionally unavailable, or even neglectful, it can lead to the other attachment styles. This isn't about blaming anyone now. It's about understanding the roots of our relationship patterns. For example, a child whose needs were consistently met learns that relationships are a safe and reliable source of comfort. On the other hand, if there's a child whose needs were sometimes met and sometimes ignored, might develop anxiety around relationships, constantly seeking reassurance and fearing abandonment. Now, the first style that we would be talking about is secure. The secure attachment style is the gold standard of relationships. Now, these folks are comfortable with both intimacy and independence. They can be vulnerable and express their needs, but they also have a strong sense of self-worth outside of the relationship. Think of them as the Goldilocks of love. Not too clingy, not too distant, just right. They communicate effectively, handle conflict constructively, like adults, and generally they trust their partners. They're often the ones who make relationships look relatively easy, even though that would still require effort. You might see this in characters like Jim and Pam from The Office, remember? Who had their ups and downs, but ultimately they communicated and supported each other. Anxious preoccupied. Those sweethearts crave closeness and can get a bit worried their partner doesn't love them enough. They might be the ones who text back immediately and need frequent reassurance. Do you really love me? They often fear rejection and can be overly sensitive to their partner's moods. They might struggle with jealousy or become overly dependent on their partner for their sense of self-worth. Think of a character who's always checking their phone, waiting for a text back, or maybe even a little bit clingy. Then comes the dismissive avoidant category. Independence is their jam. They value their freedom and might find emotional intimacy a bit suffocating. Think of the person who says, "I'm fine on my own." They often prioritize their own needs and can be uncomfortable in expressing emotions. They might avoid commitment and have a series of short-term relationships. They might seem emotionally unavailable or even a bit cold. And our last one is fearful avoidant. Now that's complicated. They want love, but they're also terrified of getting hurt. They might push and pull in relationships, leaving their partners, also themselves, a bit confused. They often have a history of painful relationships and they struggle with trust. They might crave intimacy 1 minute and then they sabotage their relationship the next. They're often caught in a push and pull dynamic, wanting closeness, but they're also fearing vulnerability. So, how does this play out in the real world of dating? Well, you might find that you're consistently drawn to a certain type. For example, someone with an anxious, preoccupied style might repeatedly find themselves in relationships with dismissive, avoidant partners. This creates a dynamic where one person is constantly seeking reassurance and the other is pulling away, leading to a cycle of frustration and hurt. Understanding these patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. And now we'll explore why these pairings happen and the common pitfalls, and also how to create healthier and more balanced dynamics. Now let's be clear, knowing your attachment style isn't about labeling yourself or the others. It's about gaining self-awareness and making conscious choices in your relationships. It's like having a secret relationship superpower. It helps you understand your patterns, communicate your needs more effectively, and ultimately choose partners who are a good fit for you. Now, not sure what your style is? Don't worry, you're not alone. There are tons of quizzes online that can help you get a better understanding. Also, the best part, you're not stuck with one style forever. You can grow and become more secure with self-awareness and therapy if needed, and conscious effort. It's all about learning to recognize your triggers, communicate your needs effectively, and build healthier, more fulfilling relationships. It's a journey, not a destination. And it's a journey worth taking. Okay, so now some time for some self-reflection. What's your attachment style? Do you see any patterns in your dating life? Have you had any aha moments while watching this video? Share your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community where we can all learn and grow together. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, and we're all in this together. Thank you for joining me on this mindful exploration of attachment styles. I hope this video has shed some light on your own relationship patterns and empowered you to create healthier connections. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-expanding content. And remember, you deserve healthy, fulfilling relationships. Until next time, stay mindful, stay curious, and keep exploring the amazing world of human connection.